All right, everyone, how are we doing today? We are going to dive into some Brawl, and we're going to play something different. So last night we played a little Dark Leo and Shredder. So today we're going to go looking for some Brawl matches, and we're going to play a different deck, which is always fun. So let's talk about, we're going to play some Brawl. Let's look at a Brawl deck. We've got, today I thought we would play this Rielle list in line. So if you're not familiar with Rielle, Rielle is a particularly fun commander. She's from Ikoria. And let's talk, no, I don't want to do this. I'm going to go up here. All right, so Rielle gets +1/+0 for each instant or sorcery card in your graveyard. And whenever you discard one or more cards for the first time each turn, draw that many cards. So this can be a very powerful draw engine in your deck and allow you to turbo through all sorts of things. Now, you don't really want to play Rielle for her ability to get big. You want to use her to go and just turbo dump things into your graveyard to go and draw a million cards, and then you're going to use that to ping your opponents to death or to do something else. So we have some ramp, we have some Mox Ambers, we've got some other things. We have Bag of Holding, which is particularly useful with Rielle, Faithless Looting, which is one of my favorite cards. Ominous Sea is a great payoff for having drawn lots of cards, and you can very quickly pop this off without no much issue. You know, we got third path Iconoclast is going to make a bunch of tokens for us. Containment Construct is another really key one with this particular deck because you have the ability, once you discard a card, to gain access to it again. Be noticed, again, heavily weighted towards 1, 2, and 3. You're going to find on Brawl, which is a little bit different than playing in Commander in a multiplayer format. These sorts of decks, you need to get on board early and you need to be able to interact with your opponents. This sort of deck may not get there because of the fact that you're burning so much resource to try and get to a point where you can stick Rielle and start throwing things in the graveyard, but sometimes it falls apart. But we're hoping we have enough interaction here that we can sort of delay our opponent, bounce their things, send their things back to their hand, or just counter it outright, till we can then stick something like a Locust God or a Niv-Mizzet Perrin, because those are going to be really power us through to get our win. But probably the biggest addition here is the Monument to Endurance, which is a really, really powerful card. Whenever you discard a card, you're going to be able to churn through, draw cards, make treasure, lose life, whatever. So this is a fun deck. It's not always easy to pilot, and it doesn't always come together nicely. We're going to give it a try, see how it goes tonight. So, let's go find some Brawl decks to play against. Yeah! So we're going to play with Rielle. Let's see how we fare tonight. Hope everyone's having a good one out there. You guys are doing well. Please, as you know, if there's any commanders that you want to see played, please, by all means, leave a comment down below. Let me know. I'm happy to try Brawl lists out. In addition, the Brawl list I just posted for Rielle, I showed you there, will also go into the show notes. So this is attached on YouTube, so you can go and see for yourself, see what I did, so you can join us. All right, so we have Tatiova. This is going to be a landfall deck. We're going to be in for a hard one here. So let's see how we fare. All right, here we go. So we've got 3 lands. We've got early interaction, some interaction, a counter spell, some draw. We're gonna have a go of it here. We're gonna lead off with the Snarl, I think, because the Snarl we can make it come into play untapped, and then we can play 4. So we'll play this, revealing this island, and then. We don't need to do anything right at the moment, but we're going to hold up. We will likely cast that. Oh, even better. I love me some landfall deck. All right, here we go. You know, I think I probably need to dumpster that because I want to look at this. All right. Courier is actually a really good pickup for us, but we're going to sit tight here. I would like to try and make sure that I have this counterspell ready for me. Yeah, I don't really mind championing this going turbo dumpstered land. So anyway, and of course again here, the lands. All right. Send a message, right? Alright, so now we're going to play the Steamcoat Coast, and we're going to get a Bomac Courier. Bomac Courier synergizes really well with Rielle later, if we can get there, so we're going to see what we can do about making sure we get our Bomac Courier online, and then, you know, yeah, more in the middle. Oh, there's a River's Rebuke, which would be handy. So I think I need to counter this. So this is going to allow him to put extra lands on his turn, which is going to allow him to turbo land out. So I think I got it. But that's okay. Okay, so the next play here is going to be play this land. And then we're going to attack with boom. And he's going to block. It's just fine. I'm not really looking to get the block, but he's going to let it go. Alright, so we stick Iconoclast, and we're going to try and make sure that we have some sort of... There's a land. Yeah, no, it's fine. Nothing at this point has been super detrimental that I can't see it disappear. And so this is where we go. We're going to nab his character. He's going to be annoyed with us here, but that's okay. And just like that, we scoop. So, one of the things I find with Brawl is that when you interact with people and prevent them from getting their game plan online, people very quickly salt off and disappear. So, that game was like actually shaping up to be reasonably strong for us, but we were a long way from being in the clear for that one. So, anyway, it is what it is. I will take the win when I can get it. Alright, game 2 with Rielle. Alright, so, like I said, if there's other commanders you want to see played, let me know. I'm happy to brew them up and show you guys what I got. Don't always claim to be great at them, but I'm happy to brew them and give them a try. I kind of like this particular format on Arena because it feels like me playing Commander, which is something that's kind of refreshing. I kind of like that. I get very tired of playing in standard pods or standard pools with people because it's the same deck types over and over again. At least here is something different. Ooh, okay, so we're playing Delny Streetwide Lookout. This is usually a pretty strong deck. Delny means that they're going to double triggers on things, so that's usually a problem. Alright, so we're going to lead off with the Memorial of Genius. Yeah, this hand is like certainly playable. Don't love it, but so we have an opt, we have a containment construct, we got our Rielle down on 3, and then we're going to be hoping that we can, you know, parlay that into some good advantage for us here. So let's see how we fare. Waiting for our opponent. Hopefully he's going to be, you know, joining us here momentarily. All right, we're going to keep our hands, see what we do. Oh, being friendly, are we? Okay, so he's going to... Okay, so... Memorial, okay. This may mean I change my line of play slightly. Yeah, it's, because I'm on the play here. Sorry, on the draw. It may behoove me just to sit here and hold up my counterspell, because he's going to stick a Delny here, which is what he's going to do. I think if I were him, team Avatar. I think we have to go and say no to that. That's why we saved 1,000 mana up, so we're going to use it. Yeah, I think we need to do that. Okay, next, red. So we go, we're going to go Rielle. That may not be the right play, but that's what we're doing. He probably got removal. There it is. Which is really annoying for us here, but anyway, it is what it is. It means that something else doesn't eat it. It also means it probably keeps him off his Delny for a turn, which is also totally useful. Okay, so I think the correct play is this. We're going to play this mountain, and we're going to play... So I think I played this Wizard's Tower here, or Wizard's Class, sorry. And we'll see what our opponent does. My thought is here he's going to want to try and stick his commander or some other smallish creature, and I'm going to try and nab it. Alright. I don't worry about that particularly. If that's how he's going to spend his turn, I'm pretty okay with that. Alright. Alright, that's fine. My turn. Actually, I think we're opting. We're going to opt. Yeah, let's just We want that in our hand anyway. Okay. We are going to play Mountain. And we are going to go for... I think I'm going to go for a Construct. See what he does. Maybe he's going to be pretty okay with us, us sticking that. Blind Obedience. Sure. I mean, I don't have a lot of haste creatures, so that's not as much of an issue. He can attack if you want. He's not going to attack. Alright, interesting. Alright, so now we're into territory where things start getting a little bit dodgy. I think we go stick our Rielle here and see what our opponent does. We're going to hold tight. We're not really looking to pressure right now. He's been stuck on 3 land, and this is another turn of it, so he's probably hurt here in your instance. Sure. That is decidedly not as much of a problem as it could be. Okay. Well, this can be activated. So this Teferi's pretty neat in this deck. So what am I doing here? I think we're doing this. And
all right.
Draw a
Who's
card.
Ready for a good time? Don't worry, I'll think of something.
We're discarding Chemistry's Insight. So we're going to decline it. We're going to have it go to our graveyard. We're going to play this. And our opponent scoops because we have now drawn lands and he has not. Again, people salt off. But that's 2 wins in a row for us. It's pretty nice. Good way to start the night. All right. Let's try a couple more games. See how we do. And then we'll see. I do like this deck. This has been... I have a similar deck that I play in Commander, so I'm pretty familiar with this play pattern, which is why you might see me sequence things a little bit differently than it might be intuitive. But you just want to kind of make sure that you don't lose your Rielle too early too often, because it is a lightning rod, because without it, your deck kind of falls apart. I'm not going to say it completely falls apart, but it definitely makes it more difficult to churn through your deck and generate the sort of value that it can. And because it's a little fragile in that regard, you can find the deck flopping and just sort of running out of steam. But anyway, here we go. Match 3. Match 3 is... Oh, Rusco. See, this I never liked. This Rusco Clockmaker, I never liked this particular commander because this is always a very difficult matchup for me. So we are going to keep that, and we're going to go Temple of Epiphany. Scrap. I think I want to land, so I need to be able to generate enough to get my Rielle out. So we're going to hold tight. So next turn, we're going to hold up Spell Pierce, and if no one takes me up on the offer of Spell Pierce, then I will consider it. But we are going to hold up Spell Pierce, hoping to bag a ramp piece here. That's indestructible land. Okay, so what do we bet? Do I want to counter this? I don't feel like this is a great choice to counter, so I think we let it go. Sacks it to go put a land in his hand. I don't think that's particularly meaningful to me. So, yeah, that's great, actually. That's exactly what I wanted to see. Untap land on top of my deck. Okay, well, actually... we need to play this first, and we're going to play... Now, watch him counter this. But Arcane Signet is pretty good play here. Lets us skip ahead on our mana. This Teferi would be exactly the sort of thing I want to get online. Now, so he could be onto Rusco here on turn 3, which is... oh, no, he needs to go and... he needs to resolve 2 lands. Okay, let's see what he's got. Letter of Acceptance. Well, I think we have to counter this here. We've held up this particular Spell Pierce long enough that I think we're just going to get our value here. Well, we can. Alright, well, I think the next play is we're going to play this, and we're going to go to Fairy. And then we're going to -2 it.
Here I am.
So now we're presenting our opponent.
Nobody knows the past.
They have a choice. A very real choice. Oh yeah, they're going to stick to Rusco. That's fine. They're going to play the Midnight Clock, and we need to brace for some damage. Oof. All right. I do not like this particular commander because it's very difficult to manage. But anyway. Well, we draw a card. Okay, we're going to play this. We're going to play Rielle. And we're going to plus this particular, right? Drawing a card.
I am here to...
Alright, so we're going to attack here. So my hope here is that by holding up Disdainful Stroke, I'm going to be able to bag a pretty good spell here. Because he's sitting on 6 land, and if I can bag a pretty good spell, and 7 mana, like this should be something pretty good here. Yeah, this is exactly the sort of thing you want to bag. Like, we're not having extra turn spell. So, I don't mind that. It's a pretty good use of that particular spell. That's my turn. Alright. Well, we're going to sort of casually start to plow ahead here. Alright, here we go. Champion of the Blitz. We're going to draw 2 cards. Yeah, we'll take draw 2. We'll discard 2. 1, 2. So you can sort of see Rielle popping off here. We're drawing a whole bunch of cards. Yeah, we're laughing. We're going to play this. And now I think we zap Roscoe out of the way and we're going to get a whole pile of it. So this looks like we're getting them for like 13. We're going to draw a card, I think. Alright.
Another mystery solved.
We're going to just lay a hurting on him here. And the best part is I've got up, so my opponent's going to be pretty well in a jam here. So he's going to... I don't know what he's going to do. But I think he's gonna pickle because he's gonna be. Yeah, see, this I need to count. You're just not getting a little ring here, my friend. Like you just can't. That's too much value generated by a thing. Here's the spell ball. This is gonna be return target creature. So you can return the spirit token to my hand, which means it goes bye bye, which is totally defensible given the circumstances. So, this is where you got to do something a little bit more interesting. He's gonna do it here because like he can't just very well let this thing continue to grow. The problem for him is the fact that I am going to legitimately draw all sorts of cards, but that's okay. Now we're gonna rope. Love it. We were doing so well, and now he's gonna rope. Just so out of principle. So this is the other part that's annoying with you know brawls. That sometimes because it's not a particularly competitive format, that you get some players that are looking to get their win or trying to frustrate you to see if they can get you to rage quit. I'm not really particularly interested in it, so I'm quite happy to sit here and watch my rope burn down, or more precisely, his rope burn down. Particularly since I'm in a pretty good position to win here, out of just straight up. So, anyway, that's okay. I don't really mind. Rielle is proving once again to be a pretty reasonable choice, and most of these, like this Rusco commander is very frustrating, but if you deal with it appropriately, you can usually get to be in a pretty good spot. Countering that extra turn in the one ring was a big deal, but we'll see what comes here. All right, we're just hanging out, waiting for this all to tick on down. I mean, the correct answer would have been to like spellbomb my thing. All right, we're going to attack. I think. See what my opponent does. All right. Actually, we got to win that time. Good. 3-0 tonight. Heck yes. All right. We're trying to get 2 more in before we gotta wrap up our session tonight. But give people a pretty good sense. In fact, we're gonna have a winning record regardless of what happens here. Is pretty nice. Even with 3-2 with it, I'm pretty okay with it. But we're gonna try and get 5 games in with Rielle. Give you guys a good feel for what it's all about. Maybe you guys want to build it. It's a pretty fun commander. I do recommend it as a place for if you like spell slinger decks. It does a lot of the work that you want to do. Oh dear. Alright, we're playing. Alright, Sithis, so we're playing green white auras. Alright, that's just. Alright, what do we got here? See, I like this hand much less because I have no early interaction. I've got no plays. Like, it looks pretty good. Like, powerful card, powerful card, powerful card, powerful card, powerful card, but it doesn't do anything. I think this is better because we play bag holding on 1, arcane signal on 2, hold up shock. I think this is probably a better hand to keep. I don't love it. I would really like an untapped red to really make me feel better about this all, but save. Yeah, I guess. Alright, well there's our red source. Alright, we're gonna flip it, pay 3 life, and we're gonna get I know that's pretty painful, but I would like to make sure that I don't get stuck here sequencing things differently. The life points I can probably recover from, because yeah, like I need to have to set this here on turn 2. Yeah, that's fine. Target creature or champion you control gains protection color of your choice. That's problematic. It really, really is. So we're gonna try and. Problem is he's got. We're gonna get. It may not work because what is going to happen? He's going to use this Alsaid. Did we just forget to do that? We did. Just forgot. Okay. All right. I'm pretty okay with that. It's a rather peculiar. All right. That's fine. So I think next turn I am probably going. Oh, he's stuck on mana. That's why. Interesting. Okay. All right. Okay, so we are going to go play this, and we're going to stick with it. He may have a removal spell in hand. Yeah, like he's got a plow or something here, but Path to Exile, whatever. Tap twice seems fine. Yeah, I mean, I guess. What does this do? And she loses all ability to count. Well, isn't that annoying? Alright, fine. Well, we are going to... I guess we play this. And we're going to go and play this.
Okay. If nothing else, I will... I do love a good puzzle.
So this is a neat interaction with Bag of Holding. So if when I discard things, they go Bag of Holding rather than discard it outright. He's not going to want to attack with this because I'm going to just put Rielle in the way. But we'll see what he does. If he does attack, he's not very smart because I'm just going to use my Rielle to get in the way. Is it enter? Choose a card name. Spell the chosen name. Oh, sure, I guess. What are you making me cast again? Probably Rielle, right? Like that's the obvious one. I think that's the obvious choice. Yeah, Rielle. Okay, that's fine. Makes it cast 2 more already. All right. Well, this is what we're gonna do. We're going to draw on the
Think fast.
I'm going to discard the mountain. Doing okay on that now. So, Archmage's Charm. Okay. Well, we're going to play Mystic Sanctuary, which is kind of annoying. I think we hold tight here. We're going to draw and discard.
Time to improvise.
This is Charted Course, by the way. He's got to watch out here because if Teferi's allowed to accrue too much value, this is going to be real problematic for him. So this is where you counter target spell. You just don't get to wreck me that easily. All right, you attack. He wants to attack, which is actually perfect for me here. I will put it in front of that thing. And do I just plus this, I think. Yeah, we're gonna throw that out. Just wait,
right? Slow down.
So that's a lot of mana for my commander, which is kind of annoying, but... Alright, we're gonna play Kraken. Kraken's pretty good for us here. Because...
Like
we're gonna play... Oh, we're gonna discard this. This is gonna make it really hard for our opponents to fight our way through. This is going to be a much grindier match than we've had up to this point because that's what it's going to be today. We're going to have a grind. Where are we at here? So we've got 7 men on hand, so we can probably resolve our Rielle next turn. We've got blockers to protect Nadir Kraken. He's going to want to resolve Sithis here and get it on board. That doesn't really... I don't really care about that either. That's fine. He can do that because I still have a 4/4 blocker, which is a real problem for him because now he's going to have to use another spell on it probably. You can attack. I don't really care. Alright, well, we are going to stick things in the way. So, pass the blockers. Yeah, that's a pretty good arrangement for me, actually. I probably get to draw here for... We're going to pump this a bit further.
Big fast.
That out. That's just going. That's actually great news for us. The danger becomes that this ends up being such a big target that my opponent's just going to have a field day with it on us. Yeah, I can't stop you, but it costs a million. Oh, okay. We're gonna draw. We're gonna discard. Oh, I don't love it. Yeah. And we're playing Mox, I guess. So we're like actually in pretty good shape here. Our opponent has stumbled on his mana a bit. We've fought our way through this Curse of Silence. We have a Teferi that's ticking up very rapidly. Ooh, Calyx. What does this do? Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal an enchantment card. Exile target creature enchantment you don't control until target enchantment you control leaves the battlefield. I mean, I guess you can do that. Like
the multiverse provides me with fascinating new experiences.
Like, yeah, okay. Sure, I think. I'm gonna put it in my... Like, that doesn't really do what he wants it to do, but anyway, it's fine.
Think fast.
Oh, Cathartic Reunion can go right here. Okay. So we are legitimately in the neighborhood of like, doing something really gross here with this. We're going to do 2 damage to any target, and we are going to destroy an artifact. I think that seems like fine. This one, and then this one. We're taking him off his mana. That's
my world continues to fray.
Calyx is dead. We draw and then discard.
I do love.
We're discarding the Chemist's Insight. We're going to draw another card. So we're in pretty good shape here. I don't have a lot of reason to go and push it too much further in this point. I may be able to pop this Teferi off and get 2 turns. Sure, you can kind of Tommy. See, like, the thing is, he's not probably appreciating the fact that, okay, I think that doesn't do what he does. Alright, can't attack or block. Sure, I guess. So that can't. We get to activate this.
Time to improvise.
Discard that. Wow, okay, we are going to draw a card. Alright. My turn. Right. Well, we're going to play the Dwarven Mine. And we're going to do -10 this. We take 2 extra turns, which I have never done in all my time playing Magic, so I'm actually really excited for this prospect here. We're going to play this thing. And we're going to do this. Yeah. Well, we discard that, and we discard this. Alright, we draw a card. We make a treasure. Okay, so I'm real close to sacrificing this and, like, using this to my advantage to, alright, turn again. We're plussing this again. We're discarding
I do love
discarding this here. Okay. We draw a card. Well, we're gonna do this. Discard this mountain. Sort of get the sense here, like what this is doing. We're just popping off. We're just going hard. Okay, now we're gonna play a land for turn, I guess. Alright, well, we're gonna play a land for turn. We're attacking, well, we're attacking here. This is what we're doing. We're gonna let our opponent get a free block on Champion of Wits if he wants it, because I'm pretty okay to do that. Because Champion of Wits is way more useful to me in my graveyard where I can, you know, hey. So it's such as like, alright, we have that. And I think we foretell this just for insurance purposes. 14 cards under our bag of holding. Do I pop it off and then put it all in my hand? What's under there? There's lots of good things, I guess. Is there anything backbreaking that I need to do? My worry is that it's going to be. You know what? We're gonna do it. Actually, yeah, we'll do it. And turn. I gotta discard some things. Choose cards to keep. Keep 7. So we're gonna throw that out. No, we keep 7. So we'll keep that. We'll keep this, and the Essence Scatter, I guess. And then I keep a land, I suppose. No, we're just gonna keep the thing. Submit. He loses 3. Alright. Alright, pass my slot. Alright. Okay, so we're gonna play a card. We're gonna play a link. We're gonna draw a card.
Think fast.
Discard a card. Yep, 1, 2, drawing a card. Sure, that seems like a really good play, actually. We are going to go Faithless Looting. Discard 2 cards. Well, we'll discard that land. We probably don't need it. And we'll probably discard the Glasspool Mimic. I don't think I need that right now. I can go. We're gonna go. And we're gonna drain him for 3. So he's now like hit for the full cycle here. We're gonna play Pyromancer. We then go. We're gonna attack with this. Our opponent's is pretty much, like, it's pretty much cooked here, because I don't imagine they can really fight their way out of this. Yeah, I just think they're dead. Alright. We have literally an insurmountable position. We got a counterspell sitting in the wings. We got another one over here that we can go for. So I think the first thing we do is we just go Essence Scatter because it is a shit. Yeah. What are you doing here with your economy? Do you think you're like at this point? I applaud this guy for sticking this thing all the way out like that, because that was a very dominant performance. Didn't help he stumbled on mana quite hard, and we just kept seemingly finding more. All right, last game, last one we got. See if it's a quick one. Ooh, all that. All right, let's go. Last one. Hope you guys have been enjoying the Brawl gameplay. I've been rather enjoying, showing off some of the Brawl decks I enjoy playing on Arena. I'll have to brew some of the other new ones. There's some really cool ones I'm looking to draw and to build up. But I think this also has to be a mulligan. Like, I like having 4 lands in my hand, but Containment Construct, Midnight Clock into a Narset, I think I can do better. I'm not sure this is much better, but I don't really want to go down a card, so alright, we're just going to go with it. This is class, I guess. And we play Iconoclast. Oh, yeah, we're playing Iconoclast. So, this is kind of a tough spot to be in. If we can, he's going to cut, this is going to die here. He's going to cut down it right here. Same thing. Tough. I would like to steal his. I'd like to steal a artifact from him. That's really not ideal. Well, we're gonna up this, drop some cards. Yes. That's really not great for me. Okay, because now we have a live. Oh, okay. Well, we discard that. We discard that. I think those are the 2 least useful things in our hands, so that's fine. Okay, that's bruh. Okay, so see, this is the problem here. Now we're stuck on. He's gonna resolve. Now he's gonna go for this this Lily, and we're gonna get. Oh, he's just gonna kill it. I guess he's gonna do that right now. Okay, we're just gonna do the things. Well, I guess we're gonna have to drop the cards. I need to find the lands. Yeah. Okay, discard a land card. We will discard this mountain. We will play the Mystic Sanctuary. So we have a second blue source. I do not love this. He's going to go for Lily here before long, and then we're going to be in big trouble. Sure, I guess. I'm not... He's going to take Niv Mizzet here. Like, going Gix's Caress tells me he should probably take Niv Mizzet's parent here, because that thing is a problem. But, alright, he's intent on doing other things. Fine. Okay, Coast. We put this into that, and this, and we're gonna try and bait out Commander. Yeah, so here it is. So now his Commander's 5, which is totally reasonable on my end. I don't think I care. So we're gonna play Niv Mizzet here. So yeah, this means I'm gonna kill his thing. So I kill this. He can get it back, I suppose. Like but fine. We are on, so we can do this. guess, but he's struggling hitting lands here too. So, all right. Well, I guess we're gonna play him. Yeah. I mean, the reality is here, he's going to run out of twist 1 for 1 removal here. Like, this is what's going to happen. He's going to run out of it, and he's going to have to do something else. I mean, yeah, I guess. Like, and I hope he has fun doing something. I'm not that fussed about it. The fact that he still hasn't hit a 5th land to resolve that. I mean, I guess. Like, what are we doing here? My turn, I guess. This is like. This is not. So. I don't know, man. Yeah, like this is like not going well for him. We're just gonna got again. Kill it. Like, that's fine. I don't know if that's. I feel like that's a lot of removal spent on something that's not that useful to him. And he's done it again, so we're gonna stick the locust down. So anyway. Now run out of removal and can't kill the thing. All right, there we have it. 5-0. Rielle, the Everwise, was victorious today. So, thanks very much, folks, for spending some time and here at Garbage or Great and talking Rielle, the Everwise with me. Hope you guys like it. Please like and subscribe. It helps. Every little bit helps. If you want the list, it is going to be in the show notes down below, so you can see for yourself if you want to build the deck. And don't forget to follow us on all your favorite social medias. You can find us wherever you go. Yeah, all that good stuff. All right, folks. Thank you very much. Have yourself a good night. We'll talk to you all soon. Bye.